Get it done.
All right. Let's get it done. Happy
Get
Easter to
it done.
everybody. Happy
Happy
WrestleMania
Easter.
night
Happy
2.
Passover. Happy Easter.
Yes, yes. Buona Pasqua. Happy Easter. Happy Passover. Yes.
It's I think we're all a little tired. I can't imagine being actually in the Federation working this past week because I'd be exhausted.
Again, I didn't go to bed till 3 o'clock this morning. Again, I'm telling
Same
you,
here.
I can't. This whole weekend has been ridiculous for me. It
It's
has.
nonstop. It's nonstop. But it's a beautiful thing. We get to all enjoy, critique, laugh, holler, scream, cry at the thing we love so much, the world of professional wrestling.
How about that?
Yes.
And then we get to break Johnny's balls, even though we don't have our sign guy with us this afternoon.
Yeah, no, where is he today?
He's doing Easter dinner right now with his family, so he'll be back tonight. But all right, let's start with let me pick a match here. Let me go with this match, okay? I'm gonna go because we have some question marks this evening, and the first one is Randy Orton versus who? Who do we think it
Mm.
is? Who's going over? What's the
You
deal?
already know what I think. I think he's going to somehow be a part of the Cody John Cena match. Again, just a
Okay.
thing I have in my head. That's it.
Okay. Interesting.
I think that
So well, wait. Do you think he would be going over then, Carm?
He might be. I think right now, honestly, I think Cody's out right now. I think Cody's going to lose the belt. I don't know whether. I hate to say this. I hate to see John Cena getting it because as much as I don't like Ric Flair, I don't like John Cena getting this 16 or 17-time championship just because. They're doing it just so he could beat Ric Flair. It's
So,
not
Yeah.
like he's going to be a fighting champion or anything like that. So I personally think this is what I have in my head. If I was a booker, okay, I would have them fighting, okay, somebody getting hurt, like Cody Rhodes getting hurt, going out. Somebody has to come in now and take over because now that's what they do. They let somebody take over, and Randy takes over, and I think he would beat Cena and be the 16-time world champion. I don't want Cena to get it. That's the whole scenario. If I was a booker, that's what I would do.
all right. Well, I'm putting Carmella down for Randy Orton.
Yep.
All right. All right, hot body and hotter body.
you go first, Sarah.
I don't know. You go first.
She does a lot of this I don't know stuff because seriously, I don't think she pays attention to anyone more
Not
than
100%.
she doesn't pay attention to anyone other than LA Trash Man.
That's not true.
Okay,
Aw.
but anyway, the thing I see here is Nick Aldis was the one that they were trying to set it up with. They ran a little bit of that questionable thought pattern in when I believe they knew behind the scenes that Kevin Owens wasn't going to be the one because of the real injury that he's going through. So Nick Aldis being set up in the mind only tells me the probabilities of Nick Aldis being the one would make more sense than them putting out Rusev on Rusev Day. Or according to my son, he believes that the signs 425 have to do with Aleister Black coming back. They have a lot of people making appearances tonight. I even hear that Becky Lynch may be making her appearance doing the filling in for the women's tag team match. But other than that, I think Randy Orton gets the push. He's the one that just got the new contract. Slated in with John Cena, absolutely so. But for me, Cena's not winning. I don't care. I see Cody Rhodes as your presidential elect and he acts it, he portrays it immensely. His wording, his dress, his the charismatic dullness to him says politician all over. So life and wrestling mirror each other. But yeah, I definitely see Orton going over.
How could you go from Stardust to a politician, though? That's like two kind of.
It's impressive, isn't it?
Him do. It's what they created for him. You have to understand, everything happens behind the scenes. Wrestlers do what they're told, honey. That's all. That's it, pretty much.
Absolutely truth. Erica, give your opinion. Is it Randy Orton against the mystery partner, and does he win? More importantly, because you probably don't know the roster.
I didn't pay full attention, but I like Randy because he's cool. He's been there forever, so he kind of does his thing.
Okay, Gianni.
Okay, I'm actually going to change my my pick from this afternoon.
Oh, that's right. I got your pick. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to change my pick. I had Orton, but the mystery opponent is going to do an old school. Randy's going like this, and the mystery opponent comes out of the crowd and ambushes him from the back and pins him. 1, 2, 3.
And who's the mystery opponent?
I agree with HotBody. It's either Aleister Black or Mickey James' husband. Otis. Yes.
Okay, what do you think, Bay?
Oh boy, I don't even want to answer this. I'm like it's funny because this is where you really truly realize in the wrestling business, it could go either way. You never know what way it could truly go. The fact that they got to this point with Kevin Owens going out, and they have to do this mystery partner. Nick Aldis, I don't think that's a big enough pomp and circumstance explosion. It's got to be big. And I don't think, I've heard people say Rusev or Aleister Black. I don't think that's big enough. The
fact that Randy Orton said, "I'll be there Sunday," that was a clue. That's the way I feel.
Yeah. But
the way he said it, though, he said he'll be there Sunday, and he's issuing an open challenge to anybody. I think it's somebody that's not even on the WWE roster. I think it's going to be somebody so off the wall.
Ooh. Okay.
Maybe somebody from NXT?
No, I think it could be a step further. Maybe even somebody from AEW, just to really fuck with people.
Or TNA.
TNA?
Or
TNA, maybe Nick Nemesis, whatever his name is.
There you go.
What's his name?
Nick Nemeth.
Nemeth.
It was Dolph, whatever. Dolph
Ziggler.
Yeah.
Or someone from Evolve as well, because they just bought that too. So
Evolve, that talent's not ready for that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to say Randy Orton.
Okay.
Depending on who it is, unless like we were talking yesterday, unless it's like a Brock Lesnar or something. If it's Brock Lesnar, I'm saying it's Brock. But
yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going Randy. So I'm going to put my name under Randy. All right.
Could you have a little insertion in there, like hyphen? If it's Brock Lesnar, Orton's out.
Yeah, we did that with the Mysterio match yesterday.
You could put me in with that one also, because I'm the one that broke the news before anyone, and that even includes that moron Dave Meltzer.
I don't know who that guy is.
He's a dingleberry.
He's a jabron. He's a
dingleberry that hangs on Paulie's asshole.
He's 5 stars. 5 stars, my ass, please.
Yeah, I'll make him C stars. back in the,
Disclaimer.
yeah.
I forgot about it.
Oh, sorry. Disclaimer.
Oh, I didn't. I did.
Hyperbole. Everything is hyperbole. You got to remember, I just say things jokingly. I say what's on my mind. I don't have a monitor. You should be aware of this. I may offend most of you, and for that, I truly don't care.
Thus the disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen.
Brenda Precious, Zupborough. Pete Martin in the house. Hey, guys.
Hello, everyone.
Michelle
Welcome,
Stern.
one
Hey,
and
Jay.
all.
I'm
Hi,
calling
guys.
BS on the Kevin Owens injury for some reason. Actually, I heard reports he had surgery last week and he is out for up to 12 months.
And he's very upset with, I believe, the idiot that reported his HIPAA medical behind the scenes, which may have been Dave Meltzer. Imagine that. That's a problem.
Wait a minute. If he had surgery last week, how was he at the Hall of Fame with nothing around his neck or his arm or anything? He just walked around like
Was he there the
wrong.
other night?
Yeah.
Hey, Bay. I have another mystery opponent suggestion. Okay, since they just bought Triple A, Matt Riddle.
I said that last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever going to be Matt Riddle.
I agree with Carmella. It'll never be Matt Riddle. I know
Him
that
and Enzo. Him and Enzo will never come back to WWE, in my opinion.
They pissed a lot of people off.
Triple H has a way of tucking his tail between where, but he lets CM Punk in, so anything's possible.
But Punk is money.
But these people, the fans don't even remember who they are anymore. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, they don't want them back, so they're not going to be back. I don't agree with that, but that's just my opinion.
All right, well, let's jump right over to the main event since Carmella felt it was going to turn into a three-way with Randy Orton. Cody versus Cena. Gianni, I'll let you go first. I have your vote down, but are you going to change it?
No, I'm not. As much as I want to say otherwise, and as much as I don't want him to win, Cena, and he's going to drop it to Orton down the road.
Okay. Carmelo, we have you down for Randy Orton. I'll go next. I will say I'm going with Cena. And then the hot and hotter body.
You can go first.
I'll be the bad guy and I'll pick Punk. Boo.
That's not who we're talking about, honey.
We're not.
She's so lost in space.
I'm trying my best here.
Cody Rhodes versus John Cena.
Or Cody Rhodes.
Well, in that case, that's easy. Cody. John Cena's kind of played out.
Okay.
I believe, and not that I believe, because when you believe, that's like, you could say you believe in Santa Claus. It really doesn't mean anything. So here it is. The way I see it, John Cena is a part-timer, and that's all he is. He's not really drawing money without his corny heel turn. They had to pull that out of the hat at the last moment in booking. But the truth I see is that Randy Orton against Cody Rhodes is more money than John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. This WrestleMania card has been lackluster, and I've been saying this from the beginning. Cody Rhodes is your next Bruno Sammartino. I had an argument with my son today. He feels that they would never do that again because of what they did with Roman Reigns. I say it's a different thing between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. The characters are totally two different entities. What they're able to do with Cody Rhodes is have a face that doesn't have all the baggage, and that's what you're looking for. He's clean cut. He's American made. Mm-hmm. He's Dusty Rhodes' prodigy son. I don't see him dropping a title to John Cena. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that totally disagree with this, but there was a total ton of idiots online talking about how Tiffy was going to have to lose to Charlotte, when I'm the one that called that Charlotte is as in her stages of being a journey woman or a journey person, as this is. As these people lose their ability to put the seats in as a main event, their only ability is to pass the torch on. Hogan did it. Andre did it. Every single one of them did it. Even Ivan Koloff, superstar Billy Graham. It's the MO of the WWE. They are so desperately in need of a face, and he's the only thing they got going. Politician behind the scenes. Politics is the biggest game in wrestling. Everyone knows that gets behind the scenes. Never mind. And I'm going to say something, Carmella, it's going to resonate with Triple H. Never mind what you fans think. It's what's the business.
Well, here's what I think.
Psychology 101.
Here's what I think.
Make everyone believe that it's a foregone conclusion. John Cena is walking away and Ric Flair this and Ric Flair that. Listen, Ric Flair is a creep. He likes to get undressed and hang his meat locker out on airplanes and attack women. He's a creep. These are my opinions. Read that down there. There's a thing there, and I don't hold any punches. I say it like it is. I don't care whose feelings get hurt. Because for a long time, no one cared about my feelings getting hurt. Everyone was insensitive to Johnny HotBody. Now it's my turn.
Well, this is what I think. I think that John Cena always wanted to be a heel. When he first came on the scene, he wanted to be a heel. They told him no, okay? They wanted him to be a face. And all during his career, he didn't like it. He didn't like it at all. He did a good job, but he didn't like it. So on his way out, he wanted to be a heel. They said, okay. He's not a very good heel. He was better during the Attitude Era, when he was whatever he was, the rapper. But I think that what's going to happen is they're going to make John Cena make a big splash before he goes out. Okay? So I think that big splash is going to be to win the belt, be 17-time champion, crush Ric Flair, and then I agree with Gianni. Ultimately, he's going to lose it to Randy Orton, ultimately, before he actually leaves in the end of 25. But I also think, I honestly don't think that there's going to be an opponent for him tonight, and I'm going to stick by my word, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think he's going to do something in that match. I just do. That's just how I feel.
Now, did you see I saw some rumors floating around that could it be that the whole Heyman turn last night is going to lead up into the Cody Cena match, and it actually is all part of Paul and Seth joining forces with Rollins and Cena?
Everyone believes things, just like they believe Epstein hung himself in a prison cell. You know?
No, I don't believe that. I believe he was murdered. I don't believe that at all.
Well, that's a joke. That's a joke, and I get that too, Carmella. He was definitely murdered. He was red tied the way the whole crew of them were red tied. But anyway, yeah, that was just a joke I wanted to throw out there.
He was trying to find a spot to squeeze that joke in there.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on it, Johnny. I'm sorry.
Let me ask you guys a question. The Money in the Bank briefcase, is that still a factor that we already have that?
As far as Money in the Bank briefcase goes, Braun Breaker loses the title, and he gets the Money in the Bank, and then he's going to be probably the one who takes out Jumpin' Jay, main event curtain jerker Uso.
Okay.
I hope not.
Dave, what do you think is going to happen tomorrow with So you said that already, right? I thought we were going to another match.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
I'm sorry. Okay.
Let me just pop some comments on here real quick. Magic Mike's in the house. What's up, everybody? It is the 10th Wrestling Historian. Richard McNichol says Cody needs to win tonight. Screw Cena. He doesn't need the title. Love you, Chubby. Glad you're still here with us. And Michelle says, I'm going with President Rhodes. All right, let's go with the Johnny mentioned it. The Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Dirty Dom versus Finn Balor match. This is going to be an interesting match. I'll go first. I'll throw it out there. I think we will have a new what's it, Intercontinental Champion, and it will be Penta.
I think we will have a new Intercontinental Champion and it'll be Dirty Dom. And from there, you're going to get Dirty Dom against Finn Balor, and it will be ticket worthy.
Definitely.
I'll tell you what.
Yes. As far as Penta goes, Penta is a mid-card, pent-up, jailbreak out. I do not like this Penta. I don't like Ray Phoenix, and it's the way you bring in these guys. You really believe that these guys are main event? They're main event on the B card. They're not main event on the A card. And when you're spending money,
well, the Intercontinental is the B card.
Exactly. But here, the title is lackluster. I mean, really, do they really put any story behind it? They're too busy running vignettes about they're trying to set up everybody to believe that Charlotte Flair and Tiffany don't get along. If they didn't get along, Charlotte would have never put her over last night. But that's last night. There you go. I call for Dirty Dom to be bigger than life.
I call it for Finn. I think Finn's going to get it.
Okay. I honestly, I just think for some reason they're just going to give it to Penta just because of this whole hype they're trying to build around him. But I totally do agree. I could see it in a fucked up, crazy finish, Dirty Dom winning it, turning face, and then it's him and Balor on. Balor going nuts. And actually, Frank put his vote in for Dom as well. So,
where did Gianni?
I'm going to say Finn.
Here he is.
Guys,
Erica, who do you have?
I'm going with Dirty Dom.
All right, Dirty Dom getting all the votes.
Okay, how about you, Gianni? Finn Balor, Dirty Dom.
I'm gonna do a swerve. I'm gonna do a swerve because it's WWE. Penta. I'm gonna say Penta. But okay. I have to go to dinner, so I will see you guys tonight.
We'll see you tonight.
Happy Easter. Take care, and I'll see you guys after WrestleMania.
All right.
Enjoy WrestleMania, guys. All right.
Okay, see you later.
Care. Bye-bye.
See you later, G.
Mike says, I think Dom wins and that he agrees with Mr. HotBody. And Michelle says, I agree with Johnny and stop with the disclaimers. Free speech for Johnny, even if he doesn't like the Yeet Man.
There you go.
I will never take the disclaimer away. All right. How about this match? AJ Styles versus Logan Paul.
Hate to say it, but I'm going to say Paul.
Reasoning?
Well, number one, AJ just recently came back. He really hasn't had a chance to build anything. Logan Paul is such a good heel. He really is. I don't like the guy, but he's an excellent athlete. He's a good heel. And I think he would draw the money more so than AJ Styles would. I just do. What do you think, Johnny?
I totally agree with you, Carmelo. We're not far behind on this opinion at all. Logan Paul may be one of the greatest non-wrestlers that our lifetime has ever seen. This kid is the Michael Jordan of entertainment. Everything he touches is gold. You can't. I don't agree with everything about him, and that's I don't agree with a lot of people, but that's just me. AJ will be used to push other people, and that's a shame, because AJ still has a lot of gas in his tank. He's one of the greatest wrestlers also to come out
He's very good.
of
Excellent.
nowhere. He built himself up from the ground, and that's the signs of a true talented individual. But I just don't see Triple H giving him much more of a push. It's
The only
definitely
thing,
Logan Paul.
the only way I think that Paul might not win is because he just had a baby and maybe he won't want to travel that much. I don't know. But other than that, I think he's going to win tonight. Like I said, I don't like the guy. I really don't. But I'm not going to not admit that he has great talent and that he's a terrific bad guy.
He's truly a person, like, you want to hate him so bad. Just as a person, you want to hate him. But like Johnny said, I got to give him so much credit because he came in not a wrestling person, and I feel he truly has beyond excelled and gets it, and he puts the work in. He truly puts the work in.
But he's always been an athlete, so
Yeah.
it didn't take him long to boost himself up in that area. So he's between the boxing and all the gymnastics and everything. He's always been an athlete, and he just has good heat. He really does. He has good heat. Like I said, I hate to admit it, I do. But what are you going to do?
Erica.
Logan or AJ styles his hair. I like them both.
Did you say you like AJ Styles' hair? I like his hair too. I wish my hair would grow like that.
He's got
I love his
soccer
hair.
mom hair.
It's beautiful. It is beautiful.
And you know what I like the best about it, though, Erica, is when he puts his head down and he throws his head back, how it all just falls back and goes right into place. I'd love to cut that hair. I would love to fix it for him.
Pride,
Yeah, mine too. Mine, forget it. It's all purple. The purple has gone into my brain by now, so
Look at that head of hair.
There you go. But you don't have any hair about, right? You don't have to worry about conditioners and different
He's too sexy for hair. That's why it isn't there.
That's funny. He's so silly. Yeah.
All right, who you picking, Erica? Logan or AJ?
Probably Logan. He's going to win. I don't know.
Right.
Even though I like AJ, but yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go next. A match that really has zero heat to it, I think, and I feel. And this was, I'm pretty sure, a WrestleMania match last year. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre.
I got to be honest with you. I do. I'm getting so sick of Drew McIntyre. I love Drew McIntyre. I think he's one of the hottest men in the world. He is gorgeous. But I'm getting sick of the character. I really am. I would love to see Damian Priest win because Drew McIntyre, I am so over what they're doing with him. I really am. It's like everything. Every time you turn around, Drew McIntyre is trying to beat somebody up. And then every time you turn around in a match, he loses. So, I'm over that character. I really am. I love.
They got to do something with him. He's getting
stale. And it's a shame because he's good. I like the man, but I don't like the character.
I agree.
I would love to see Roman Reigns against McIntyre. As far as Damian Priest goes, I think there's something a little off with that dude. He wears eyeliner. Never trust a man that wears eyeliner. That's just my opinion. But as far as, I know they're my disclaimers, and I don't give him any. The only thing I liked that Damian Priest ever did was when he beat that kid kissing freak of nature, Bad Bunny. When he beat him up, I cannot stand that dude. Well, I won't even get into it, but when you think of him. Oh God. But he's one of them guys that you don't want to get caught in a dark alley because he'd be trying to finger you. So,
oh my God.
yeah, with the fickle finger of fate, of course. But that's just my opinions of Damian Priest, and I like McIntyre, I really do. But I don't see them having anything on the creativity for him. It seems like they're so hell bent on using part-timers to try to create some kind of relevancy, draw tickets on these old timers instead of investing into the guys that are there full time. Yeah, and truthfully, I think McIntyre against Roman Reigns, a nice program.
I think that's what he needs.
Yeah, with the bloodline or something.
Well, he needs some kind of commitment. They're not committing him to anything. It's like he just jumps in, jumps out, jumps in, jumps out.
Yeah.
What do you think, Bay?
And puts everybody over.
And it's funny, his new contract, he's in the millions.
It's crazy.
Well, I guess if I was getting paid millions, I'd run in and out too. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever they say.
Yeah, that's what pretty much they do, even without the money. But with the money, it'd be easier,
It would be a brisk walk for me, not a run. But
yeah, what do you think, Bay?
I'm going with Priest. I just like Drew McIntyre. I feel he's just very stale right now. I think he goes out there and delivers every time and gives us great matches, but he's just like. He's like the male version of Bailey. He's a great worker, enhancement talent to put everybody over because they don't know what to do with them right now.
Did you see that Rosie O'Donnell really didn't get hurt? She was just they said that it was in
taken
the plan.
for observation.
There's nothing wrong with her. There's nothing.
I know.
No,
it was a work.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't say that because Triple H thinks that you don't know what you're talking about.
That's right.
All right, so Carmella, what was your pick?
I'm going to say Damian.
Okay. And Johnny, what is your pick?
McIntyre. I don't see anything. Well, truthfully, I don't see anything in the future for either one of these guys. If I was to pull out my magic 8-ball, the creative team has dropped the ball on both these guys. They're both great talents, even though I joke about the eyeliner. Don't trust a man that wears eyeliner. So anyway, yeah, I would like to see McIntyre win. You know what? This is one of those matches. I changed my opinion. This is a double DQ or a count out or a ref bump, and I don't see anyone winning because there's no sense in either one of them putting each other over.
Interesting. So Johnny's down the middle. Johnny's down the middle. Interesting. Okay. Erica, who do you got?
I guess I'm not down for the eyeliner, really. I don't know. It might get in your eyes while you're like wrestling or whatever. You could have a wardrobe malfunction on the man end. I don't know, but that would be funny.
Yeah,
Wait, that would be hysterical. But I don't know. Probably McIntyre. I like him the best.
Okay.
Could you imagine how many women would lose their mind if there was a wardrobe malfunction? Would say. I'll go with Erica's favorite, L.A. Creep.
I mean, it could happen. You never know.
See, I don't know. It'd have to be something real impressive for me to get upset about a wardrobe misfunction.
Carmella throws it out there.
Yeah. I'd have to say, holy crap, I want to see that again. But otherwise, I'd be like, so what? You've seen one, you've seen them all. Just like a nipple.
She's like, I'm watching the replay for this one.
That's it, man. 100 times. I'm saving that video.
All right. The tag match, Liv and Raquel defending the belts against Lyra. And so Bailey's in?
I think it's going to be Becky. Bailey's still out, but I think it's going to be Becky.
Okay.
Because tonight they're going to say, "Oh, I found a partner, but I'm not going to tell you who it is." Blah 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 blah. So right away that'll tell you it's somebody who's coming back. But I think it's going to be Becky. She's been on TV and on the air and doing commercials too much lately.
Okay.
As long as it's not Naomi or Jade Cargill as her.
It won't be.
Or I said that as a joke, of course.
Yeah.
It's going to be the Perez. What's her name? Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne. Yeah, it could be her. I agree with you on that one. It could be her too.
Yeah, and if it is Roxanne Perez and whatever the other girl's name is, I can't even remember. Anyway, that's how much I'm worried about this. I think that Liv and Rodriguez would drop the belts.
Ooh, okay. Erica, you're up.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Carm.
No. Go ahead, Erica.
I was actually daydreaming.
Oh, okay.
Erica, who's going to win the tag team match between Liv Morgan and Rodriguez against who's the opponents again?
Lyra Valkyria.
And somebody.
That's why I'm daydreaming. It's too many people to pay attention to. You have to make it like either or.
either you like. Well, you know who Liv Morgan and what's her name are. Okay, Rodriguez. No, yeah. Raquel. Yeah, Raquel. But the other side is just Lyra Valkyria, who, by the way, I think when she was in NXT was a phenomenal wrestler. Now, not so much. But and she's going to have a surprise tag team partner.
I see.
Who do you like? Mystery tag team partner team or Liv Morgan?
Oh, Lyra's the girl with the horns on, right?
No, that's
Stephanie Valkyrie.
I'm getting so confused.
That's totally.
They all have very similar names and looks.
I think.
Yeah, they have similar. Yes, their names are confusing, but you cannot discount the abilities of the Dark Angel.
Okay.
All right. So who do you think?
Probably Lyra.
All right.
I'm going to go with Lyra's side too, because I think that if they're waiting for her to bring in a surprise guest, it's not going to be some schmuck. It's going to be somebody good in order for them to do that. So what do you think, Bay?
I think Liv and Raquel are keeping the belts unless it's all Rouge and it's going to end up still being Bailey. And then Bailey and Lyra will go over. But otherwise, I think Liv and Raquel keep the belts.
Okay.
I just don't understand how Rosie O'Donnell and Donald Trump's illegitimate daughter is working in the WA.
You can't.
No, I don't see how. I don't know how she's there. I don't. I am one who never was a fan of Bailey.
I liked her.
I liked her when she first came out.
Yeah.
She's different now. She's going to wind up being like Natalia and going to wind up being a trainer. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, she's going to be with that company for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
All right, last match is the three-way dance with the ladies. Io Sky defending the belt against Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. Let's go with Erica first. Let's put her on the spot.
Thanks.
I saw the look in her face. She was like, "Oh shit."
Thanks a lot. I had teachers that did that to me. Okay, say it again. Go over it again. I lost it already.
Io Sky,
yes.
Rhea Ripley, or Bianca Belair?
I really like Io, actually. She's kind of cool.
Right. Go, Io, go. All right.
Carmella. No, let Carmella go next.
Okay.
I'm going to say Rhea.
Okay.
And why?
Well, number one, I think that she's awesome. I love her. Number two, I think Bianca is too involved in what's going on with all that other stuff, and she just dropped the belt, and I think that Io, God bless her, she's a very good wrestler. She really is, but she doesn't bring a whole lot to the table. except for the jumping off the ropes. So I think it'd be better going back to Rhea because everybody likes her.
Yeah,
What do you
actually,
think, Johnny?
are like over. So I might switcheroo on that one.
What do you think, Johnny?
Okay. Oh, you want me to go? Okay, here you go.
Uh-oh. Hold on to your seats.
Well, Ito Sky is
Judge Ito.
She's Triple H's favorite. I don't know if favoritism plays a part in this.
No, not at all.
No,
Oh, no, never, Johnny.
It will never happen. As far as the BEST goes, she's going to be turning heel in her new program. So
I believe that too.
So for her to win the title, it would take away from the direction I believe that they have in store for her. And I see Rhea Ripley as your winner. She puts asses in the seat. And let's say Becky Lynch does come back. Who better opponent for Becky Lynch than Rhea Ripley?
That would be
I
awesome.
mean, you know, they've tore the house down before. Now, here's a little something, though, to think about. Because I know that in the girls' division, in the women's division, they also just signed Paige back.
Did they sign her?
Yes, they did. Soraya is definitely signed. See, so here's the thing. You got all these women coming in, and then you also have a new women's program that WE is going to be putting out there. It's going to be based on all the women, just them, a whole hour or two of that experience, which I believe is going to hurt the men because their lackluster ability to outshine the women has been proven each pay-per-view event that has been taking place. And even on your TV, on your Netflix and your USA, it's the women that they've been showcasing more so than the men.
Well, I'm going to throw something in there. Beck, give your answer first, and then I want to say something. Who do you think's going to win?
I'm going to be the lone wolf. I'm going with Bianca Belair.
Okay. Now, this is what I want to say. This morning I watched Stand and Divide, Sit and Divide, whatever that was called, the NXT.
Okay.
Stand and Deliver. Okay, Stand and Deliver. Anyway, and I'm going to tell you something. For them to hire Saraya back, Paige, whatever, I think it's a total mistake. She has nothing to bring to the table. When she was at AEW and when she was at WWE before, she brought nothing to the table. She didn't put any tickets in the seats. All she did was this. She's like a female Hulk Hogan. That's it. All right. If they went into the NXT with that pay-per-view that I watched today, holy crap. Okay. The women in that ladder match to get the belt was unreal. The men were unreal. That last match with Obafemi and Trick Williams and Javon, what was his last name? Evans. Oh my God! Okay.
Is he not good? Now,
excellent.
Carmella, you and I have the same opinion of that match, and here's the thing: we had this promoter from whatever organization he said, Frank Cody last night, Santa Claus. Mm-hmm. He said that was a match that wasn't worthy of even anything, that Evans kid was no good. He says,
I don't agree.
Obafemi does not do anything. And here's the funniest thing. That pay-per-view that you watched, that was Trick Williams last night at NXT.
Is he coming up?
He's already up. They brung him up. He may make an appearance tonight. That may be Randy Orton's opponent. Just keep that in the back. Listen, I'm telling you what I know, not what I believe. It's what I know. They definitely.
But here's what I don't like.
The main Met roster.
But here's what I don't like. In NXT, okay, they are like werewolves. They're like wild animals. When they come up to the main roster, it's like they get a shot of I don't know,
Dopamine.
a sedative. Yeah, a sedative or something. When they
Well-
come up here, they're nothing anymore. It's ridiculous.
Well,
They gotta dial it down a little.
well, that's the pecking order that is the politics in professional wrestling.
Oh, I
Tony.
can't stand it.
You
I
have
can't.
You got to
have
start
an
at the
ass-
beginning now and
have
work
a-
your
you
way
have
back
an
up.
ass- You have an ass clown with an ego bigger than life named John Cena. You know, have another ass clown running shit back here like he's God's gift to wrestling, Paul Heyman. And do you think that right now they're going to take away from what they believe is their bread and butter? These guys may have gotten called up, but sit down. That's the site. That's the
That's
mentality.
exactly right.
It's
And
like you're not allowed in the dressing room. You sit outside the dressing room. It's stuff
Right.
like that that's done to these guys. And then when they get in the ring, they feel dejected. Just like Gunther. Everybody
Right.
is up in arms about Gunther doing what he did. But here's the thing. They killed him. They totally killed a guy who they invested time and money in to be one of the strongest wrestlers.
Definitely.
And he taps out in 1 second to
No,
a
that's not.
half-wit mid-card.
I still don't agree with what Frank said about Gunther. It's just my opinion. I don't agree. Okay, but I think
Frank smokes ether. Listen, don't listen to.
Actually, Frank
Listen,
held up a sign and checked in. He said,
Yeah.
"Checking in real quick. Lyra
Yeah.
and Becky have history. It'll be her."
Yeah,
Should be her.
listen, Frank, your opinions are like smallpox.
excuse me.
Your opinions are like smallpox. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody
Oh,
wants to admit
jeez.
to it. You need a vaccine, pal. This is why your organization didn't go anywhere, because you have the ability to make
He's going to
gnats.
come back and get you, Johnny.
Listen,
But no,
I-
honestly,
It's going to be a
I
fun show tonight.
I'll
I know,
chop
but I
him in
think
his chest.
honestly,
I'll
I
play 30
think that
years
the important thing to remember here is that, like, I adore Obafemi. I love him. I absolutely love him. But I don't want him to come to the main roster. If he goes to the main roster, it's going to be forget it. He's a
What
big
if they-
man. They're going to turn him into like Bronson Reed or something like that, like a nobody anymore.
Okay, well, see, here's where you know, you have a guy 310 pounds, and he happens to be Triple H's favorite. Triple H loves him. I believe he could be a great fit into the bloodline. The bloodline doesn't necessarily have to be related, because let's tell the truth. Sami Zayn, I don't know how he was related to anyone other than being a suck up. Seriously, Opie Fetman would be a great fit with Roman Reigns. It's great.
There was a thing where, okay, and again, I don't understand why Frank would say that, but there was a thing where, first of all, I think Javon was amazing. Okay, I think he was so good. Trick Williams is always good. Obafemi, yeah, because he's a little bigger and he carries around the extra weight and everything. But did you see, Johnny, when they did this one thing where Javon had him and threw him over like he was going to just drop him, and Obafemi did a spin in the air and landed flat on his feet and put his arms back up like this. I had to rewind that 20 times for my daughter, because I'm like, you're not going to believe this. This was amazing.
That's why I said, this is why I said, and Frank disagreed with this too. That tells you the intelligence of this guy's wrestling mind, as if you want to even call it a mind. You and I both seen a card that was 10 times better than the first night of WrestleMania in just the 2 matches. In 2 matches.
Yeah,
Folks,
you're right.
Frank happens to think that WrestleMania was. You ask him, it was great. He gave it 3 stars, 5 stars. I gave it 1 star, and it was only because CM Punk didn't win.
Well, if you don't mind my saying this, babe, Michelle said, I'd love to see Obafemi versus Gunther, and I agree with her. I think that would be awesome too.
That would be an awesome.
Oba is the future. Oba is amazing, and he's only 26. My God, I could be his grandmother.
She also said this. She says she agrees with you, Carmella. He's a beautiful man, but the character is really stale. Talking about Drew McIntyre, and she said, "Mammy for the win."
Yeah. See, great minds think alike, right? I'm telling you. See, but you also have to understand, and again, Johnny, same with you. You're going back. I'm going back almost 60 years of being involved in wrestling. Johnny, you're going back not as much, but you're still going back about 20, 30, 40 years?
50.
All right, there.
Yeah,
But I
well,
mean,
hold on a minute. I seen my first wrestling matches at, I believe, the age of 7 years old, 6
I was
years.
6. I was
Yeah.
6. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was on a black and white little TV with tin foil.
I know, me too. I was raised practically at the Philadelphia Arena. Okay, but that's my point. The point is, we have seen, Johnny and I especially have seen so much of this, and you know what it's like? It's like you know, there's chocolate cake. You can put cherries in it. You could put strawberries on top. You could put vanilla in it. You could put pudding in it. You could put raisins in it. It's still chocolate. Do you understand? These promoters can fix it this way, can change it that way, can add this, take that away, make fun of old school people. But you know what? The bottom line is it's still the same. A, B, and C is always going to be A, B, and C. You can make it A plus, A minus, B plus, B minus, but A, B, and C will always be the same. So anything that they think they're doing today, that's all this grand gesture and old people don't know what they're talking about. No, I don't agree with that in the least.
Gorgeous George wasn't the first, and he won't be the last.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Half of these people don't know who Gorgeous George was. My family knew him personally.
Here's the thing. When people are making more sense than the people that are employed and their backs are up against the wall, they start lashing out and they start talking idiocracies. Triple H, like I said, and I'll stand behind this, if he wasn't married to Vince McMahon's daughter, he'd be pumping gas. He's an idiot. And so would that cross-eyed freak that did my friend Chris Candido wrong, Shawn Michaels. I hope he rots in hell.
See, and this is the thing you got to understand. Again, Johnny, I know what you're saying. Shawn Michaels, as an example, I'm going to say this in public. I said it on my podcast. I was there, okay, when he did some horrible things as the Shawn Michaels from before, okay? And people can change. Absolutely. I agree people can change, all right?
Rapists don't change.
Yeah, but does he still take his penis out and pee on a woman's leg in the lobby of a hotel? No, he doesn't still do that. But he did.
How do you know? How do you know he doesn't? Listen, Carmela.
I don't know that he doesn't. I know that he did. Okay, I'm just saying people say they can change and that's okay. But what I'm saying is it's the same as the chocolate. Bottom line is underneath, okay? They say a leopard doesn't change their spots. Bottom line is is anybody ever really going to change? I mean, really change?
Is Ric Flair ever going to change the creep he is? No. And I believe neither is Shawn Michaels. Because here's the thing, Carmela, you have to understand. These guys are given power and they're given money. So they don't care about the common folk. All they want from the common folk is to Shanghai their pockets. That's all. And if the idiot, listen, first of all, I'll turn these all on to a fact. That WrestleMania and the WrestleMania you see tonight is all comped. It's all comped. It's all comped.
It's all Netflix people.
Las Vegas is the biggest town of losers. There's never been a winner to come out of Las Vegas. And I know people like to paint rosy pictures of these individual so-called legends and stars. All of them are crumbs. They are corruptible because they have money and power, regardless if it's the guy that's making $60,000 a year or if the guy's making over 100,000, million, whatever it is as a CEO. That's just the way it is. You know who your soul was before you were who you are today. You can't run away from your soul.
No, exactly. The bottom line is it's all for appearances, okay? All of it. Like I say in my podcast, I say, they all say, oh, we love the fans. Everything's for the fans. Now, when Cody Rhodes says it, I believe him, okay? But other wrestlers, like, it's not for the fans. It's for the money that goes, like you said, it's for the money that puts asses in seats. That's what it is, okay? If it was for the fans, and I have said this before, if it was for the fans, then you wouldn't charge so much money to have somebody come and see a wrestler, or B, you'd have a couple wrestlers at every event doing autographs for free. Take the money out of your own pocket and pay them for doing it, okay? That's never going to happen. It's all about taking money from the people, period. And
it's a carny act.
Yeah, the more more lucrative the wrestling organization becomes, the more people are going to spend. And sadly enough, the more people spend, the less they're going to be considered as anything but money.
Just remember this: is up, jizz up, tiz up. That's what they are. That's carny language 101. It's called a drop kick in carny. When you're in the ring, when I was in the ring, you were taught carny speak. Larry Sharp was one of the masterminds of carny. He was able to say shit in front of you and laugh, and you think he was drunk or a fool. You know, I had the pleasure of hanging out with Larry Sharp and learning this is up, drizz up, tiz up, along with a lot of other things. When you talk kayfabe is just a bullshit word like work and shoot. It's all a bunch of crap. They're selling you a bunch of crap, and the sooner everyone wakes up and smells the roses. Well, here, the fans can't be able to manipulate what they want. They should be given great matches at a great price. But as far as them making the decisions on what they want to see, it'll
never happen.
Like it doesn't.
It'll never happen.
And that's what's happened with this internet. And you know, everybody's a booker online. Everybody's a promoter. It's Triple H is right in a way. It's gotten ludicrous, the whole business, and I see it as the demise.
But the old people don't know anything about it. You know, I don't know what I'm talking about, so it is what it is, I guess.
No, you never interacted with any of these men and got to know the real them. No,
I was never involved in wrestling. Never promoted a show. Never had a store, never had a fan club, never was the first woman in the world to have a talk show on the radio in the 80s about wrestling. Never. I don't know anything about wrestling.
Carmela, what you have is a disrespect of the youth to the elders, and that's what's going on here. They're a bunch of whiny mouth, crybaby, little disrespectful CUNTSs.
Yeah, but Triple H is the one who said it. He's no little kid.
He's a whiny mouth little kid, little bitch, and he listens to his kids. His kids tell him what he wants, what they want to see, and that's what he gives them. It's like when Shane McMahon was there. His kids were going, "Daddy, Daddy, jump from one end of the ring to the other." And that fool does it. And today he's broken up at whatever age he is. He can hardly walk around. Like so many of us that made fools of ourselves, went out there and did it for the love of the business.
On that note, we have an hour till bell time. I want to get situated.
Yeah, my dad.
If I happen to fall asleep, don't wake me up. I'll be in a coma. I have to get CAT scans on my neck tomorrow. I am so messed up, man. My hands, I'm not
sorry.
able to hold things. Yeah. So if I do happen not to show up, please don't hold it against me. I am going to try my damnedest to hold it. Listen, if we could do it in under an hour, it might be easy for me to do what I have to do tomorrow. But if we're going 3 hours, it's going to be a rough one.
Yeah. No, we got to run through it. We got to run through it.
And we have a show Monday to do too, because Monday Night Raw will probably be better than both nights of this WrestleMania.
Well, Monday night I'm probably not going to be on After Raw because I do have to go to work on Tuesday, and I get up like between 4 and 5, so that's not going to happen.
Hello,
That's why I'm
Jeannie.
trying to. Yeah, Jeannie. Hi, sweetie.
Hey.
Hello, Jeannie. How are
Hi.
you? I hope you're doing fine. I love you. I miss you. I miss that little smiling face of yours with Carmella.
Oh,
Please get better.
Beautiful. She's doing good, she said. She's doing real good. God bless her.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
good.
Yep. All right,
All
then.
right. We'll see everybody tonight. Have fun,
Okay.
enjoy, and until then.
Thank you,
Okay.
Carmella.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Take care.
Bay, I'll be talking to you, my brother. Peace
All right,
out.
brother.
Bye, everyone, and you.